My SIL is stealing from me and using her baby as an excuse, by user throwaway the chicken 9. Hello again Reddit. I didn't think I'd be back to this throwaway but here I am. My sister-in-law Jessica, 29F, and her husband, my brother, Liam, 32M, are staying with me, 27F, and my wife, 30F, due to foundation trouble at their own home. Simply put, she's been an absolute nightmare when it comes to taking things that aren't hers and brushing them off because she needs them due to her baby, my nephew Liam Jr., M3 months. I'll just list the worst of it, but do note this is a very condensed list. 1. She took my expensive hair products made specifically for thick hair because, and I quote, Liam Jr. can't handle strong scents and yours are just gentler on his nose. She used an entire 16 ounces bottle of conditioner in 3 days. 2. I caught her trying to take the food I ordered for everyone into her room after it was delivered. I ordered almost 6 full meals to dish out for the entire house and she was just holding this large paper bag in her room. She told me she was just sorting through it to find her food but she was sitting down with chopsticks and the door was closed, so I call BS. 3. All of my snacks. My pantry has a shelf labeled specifically for me due to a mild food allergy that has all the snacks that I bought. I keep seeing her walking back and forth past my room with my snacks. If I or my wife try to confront her, she cries that she's breastfeeding and she needs the energy. Then she'll get my brother to chew me out. For the record, we do have a communal snack bin but she won't touch the snacks in there. 4. She took my gift card stash from my shelf in the kitchen and spent nearly $75 on random BS because she claimed she wanted to make the room more comfortable for Liam Jr. I use those gift cards when I go shopping or as presents for sudden events. She knows this and still took 6 to 8 gift cards out with her. It's been non-stop for the last 3 weeks and I'm so fucking done with her. She's taken my hair ties, my shirts from the laundry, my sleeve bonnets, and my lipstick. She even took a bottle of my apple cider gummies, which I know she doesn't like because she's tried them before. I feel like she's doing it just to spite me or to assert herself, but I'm seriously considering kicking her out. Edit. Just wanted to clarify that Jessica used my shampoo on herself, not Liam Jr., because the smell was, I guess, irritating him. Edit 2. I'm just going to state the only reason I'm letting these two stay is because of Liam Jr. My brother can't afford housing close to his job and if I kick him out, Liam Jr.'s housing would be up in the air. His commute is already 45 to 60 minutes each way and none of our relatives are willing to let him stay live any closer. Secondly, please do not insult my wife in the comments. She was recently promoted and isn't home often, but I assure you she sticks up for me when she's home. She has told me she's willing to let them stay for Liam Jr., but she has shown that she's upset by Jessica's stealing. I'm sorry I didn't say that before. Edit 3/small update. I've been reading through the comments during my work break and I keep seeing the same things being tossed around. Even the comments that were harsh with it are right. Jessica stomped on both mine and my wife's boundaries using her son as a cover and I'm being spineless by letting her stay. I also have to accept that Liam Jr. is not my responsibility. As much as I love him, I can't let his mom use him against me. I talked with my wife on her phone today and we've decided that we're telling them to start seeking alternative housing. We're also going to get a proper eviction drafted up. We've decided they have until Friday the 17th at the absolute latest. I will update after we've talked. Thank you all for knocking some sense into me. Edit 4/update. We had the talk with them about an hour ago and it went bad fast. My brother was screaming, Jessica was screaming, Liam Jr. was crying because of all the noise and somehow that's my fault? They yelled for a good 40 minutes about how they had nowhere else to go and they won't be able to stay together if I kick them out. It was hard for me but my wife helped me with my stress. Some highlights from Jessica's rant include: You can't have a baby, you'll never know how stressed I am. You didn't lose anything super expensive, why are you acting like this? And my personal favorite: If you kick us out you'll never see me or my son again. Along with a healthy bit of cursing. I told them that my wife and I's decision was final and Jessica locked herself in her room with Liam Jr. My brother tried to apologize saying that he was just stressed from work, and his new baby, and Jessica putting pressure on him, but my wife cut him off and told him to imagine how stressed I'd been when my things went missing. He just kind of slumped in his seat, then went and joined Jessica in the room after I denied his pleas to stay again. I heard them arguing for a bit but only for around 15 minutes. I got a text from Jessica's mother asking what was happening, but it wasn't hostile, so I don't think she has the full story. I'm debating telling her since she's technically not involved yet. I've gotten 3 or 4 similar messages from numbers I don't recognize, so I think Jessica may have told people my number or posted something. I'll update again if anything else serious happens. Edit 2. I'm just going to state the only reason I'm letting these two stay is because of Liam Jr. My brother can't afford housing close to his job, and if I kick him out, Liam Jr.'s housing would be up in the air. His commute is already 45 to 60 minutes each way, and none of our relatives are willing to let him stay live any closer. Secondly, please do not insult my wife in the comments. She was recently promoted and isn't home often, but I assure you she sticks up for me when she's home. She has told me she's willing to let them stay for Liam Jr. but has shown that she's upset by Jessica's stealing. I'm sorry I didn't say that before. I hope you're happy now. Don't expect to see Liam Jr. anytime soon. I got a text from Jessica's mother asking what was happening, but it wasn't hostile, so I don't think she has the full story. I'm debating telling her since she's technically not involved yet. I've gotten 3 or 4 similar messages from numbers I don't recognize, so I think Jessica may have told people my number or posted something. I'll update again if anything else serious happens. Edit 4/final. Update: Jessica and Liam woke me and my wife up by clambering around about 20 minutes ago. They didn't say much while they packed up their stuff, but Jessica did say, "I didn't feel good when they left. I felt awful. My stomach was in knots and my chest was burning. I should feel happy, but I don't. All I can do is worry. I just feel useless. I feel like a useless wife, like a useless aunt and sister. I was trying to help and now I might not see my nephew again. I went out of my way and now it feels like I'm being punished. I'm pretty sure they'll try something again, but it's not my concern anymore. My brother left his spare key in the kitchen, but I'm still changing the locks." Jessica texted me that Liam is going to be staying in a motel near his job till they figure something else out, and she's going to be stuck with her mother. Her mother lives 4 hours away. For reference. You were all right that I needed to have them gone, but I wish I didn't feel so damn bad. My wife has been comforting me as best she can and I appreciate her so much. She's been so supportive and I'm lucky to have her. Thank you all for listening, commenting, etc. It was the extra push I needed to knock my stupid head on straight. Edit 5, another small update, plus grammar/spelling mistake fixes. I was contacted by Jessica's mother, who apologized for her daughter and offered to pay me the value of the items stolen if I let her and Liam Jr. move back in. I told her no, and she was surprisingly kind and accepting of this. The call was very short, but I can only assume Jessica told her mother some short or watered down version of what happened. I think things are settling down now. I also got a text from my brother, but it only said that he was safe at the motel. Entitled Stepdad, who I went NC with 2 years ago, came to my door demanding to see my daughter. Another update, by user BaddestBitch10102. So after my stepdad came to my door a couple months ago, kicking the door, yelling and cussing, he already had his court date. The reason he was arrested was because he was trespassing, wouldn't leave when the police told him to leave, and he threatened a police officer. The reason why I went NC was BC he abused me my entire life. He molested me for 2 years and assaulted me. Anyways, he had his court date February the 6th. I looked up all of this information online, and I also had cousins on my mother's side of the family feeding me information as well. He got off lightly, and it's a damn shame. Apparently his lawyer used an insanity defense because he, and I quote, acted under extreme emotional distress and he was off his medicine. The thing is, he never took medicine for anything to my knowledge. He is on probation, he has a suspended sentence, meaning you serve your sentence outside of jail, so probation, and if he violates the terms of the probation/sentence, he will go to jail and serve the rest of the suspended sentence. So he's not sitting in jail, unfortunately, but I do have a protective order against him. If he violates it, he goes to jail. So I should be fine. My entitled mother just took my dog, saying I don't deserve her and to earn her back, by user rainbow_drive150 YouTube. Title says it today around 2 o'clock I had 12 missed calls from M. I was about to call her back to see what she wanted when I hear a loud banging knock on my door. I opened the door just for my entitled mother to barge in and demand I give her my dog because I don't deserve her. Of course I'm panicking, having my anxiety kick in, and my dog, knowing people yelling, screaming and cursing at me was an anxiety trigger. She went to try and comfort me. Of course that pissed my entitled mother off and she grabbed my dog very roughly, and I told her to leave my dog alone and she said, well, this isn't your dog anymore. Yes she is, get out of my house now. That's it, I'm finding her a home. No you're not, she's my dog. Well, you have 1 week to earn her back or she goes to the pound. Like I'm beyond pissed right now. Can I press charges on her for taking my dog? EDAM took my dog because I had not been cleaning to her perfect level of clean. That and I had really slept in that day, and as I was about to go outside with my little goofball is when M took her. Of course the dog is gonna need to take a big bathroom break and she had held it for so long. Notice how I'm putting quotation marks for M's flying monkeys, that to M's POV she peed and pooped at the same time. I have a hard time believing that, because even when she hasn't been outside for several hours it still takes her about an hour to decide where she wants to use the bathroom. Entitled mother lets kid eat weighed food before paying and expects me to let her break the silly store policy, by user OBVWXLF. I've been working as a cashier at a local grocery store for a while now, and I thought I'd seen everything. But this past Saturday, I encountered an entitled mother, M, that left me both frustrated and baffled. Here's what went down. The store had a flurry of customers, due to it being the day right before the Super Bowl. I'm manning a 14 items or less register right in front of the hot foods section, which is always a hot spot for customers seeking a quick bite. At my store, the hot food is weighed so that a customer can choose how much food they want depending on how hungry they are. Sounds straightforward, right? Apparently not for everyone. In comes M, with her son, around 7 or 8 years old, happily digging into a container of hot food that's clearly half empty by now. They approach my register, the son still eating, and I brace myself for the conversation I know I'll have to initiate. As I'm scanning their items, I leave the hot food for last, mentioning, "I'll need to weigh this, please." M dismissively waves off my comment, "Oh, my little angel was just so famished, I had to let him start. Just weigh what's left, darling." I'm trying to keep my professional cool here. "I'm really sorry, but we need to charge for the hot food before it's consumed. Since it's been partially eaten, it's difficult to charge accurately now. You'd think I had just declared war." M's demeanor shifts as she launches into a rage. "This is absolutely absurd. My baby is hungry, and you're telling me you'd rather have a child starve than break a silly store policy? What kind of monster are you?" Feeling the situation slipping, I suggest, "Let me call a service leader to see what we can do about this." As we wait for my service leader, SL, M doesn't miss a beat, turning to her son, "Don't worry, sweetie, mommy's going to make sure you get to eat. These mean people won't understand how hungry you are, but I do." My SL arrives, and after I quickly explain the situation, he turns to M with a calm yet firm stance, reiterating the policy and suggesting that in the future, she should consider paying for the food first to avoid any issues. M is not having it. "This is unbelievable. You are all completely unreasonable. I'm trying to take care of my child here, and you're all heartless," she exclaims. Turning back to her son, she coos, "It's okay, baby. We won't come back here where the bad people don't let you eat when you're hungry." With that, she leaves the cart behind, full of cold items that need to be put back quickly, and leaving the half-eaten hot food behind, and storms out, proclaiming over her shoulder about how we've lost a customer and she'll be telling all her friends about our cruel policies. My SL thanks me for trying to handle it well, and we both have a good laugh about the situation. The rest of my day was a blur of scanning items and greeting customers, but my mind kept replaying the encounter, astonished at the lengths some parents will go to baby their children, even to the detriment of understanding and respecting simple rules in merchandise. Crazy Karen knocked on my friend's door because her daughter wasn't invited to a play date, by user NLAJade98. To be fair, this happened years ago. But I want to share it. M, entitled mom. D, daughter. D was in my kindergarten class, and a couple more throughout my elementary years. She was an odd child, obviously autistic, which I don't blame her for at all. She always threw screeching fits, threw things, etc. Soon it became clear that the mom was a big part of the problem. M, blonde hair, absolutely huge, not in a rude way, and scary. That's how I remember her, as a first grader. She had this mindset that everyone should want to be friends with her daughter, and if they didn't, F them. She just ended up sabotaging the poor girl. I had a mutual friend with D, this other autistic girl. Oh, she's a sweetheart. Still on good terms with her today. Anyway, me and her had a play date one time, and throughout our hangout my mom snapped some pics. Her mistake was posting them on Facebook. M goes storming up to mutual friend's house, enraged after seeing the pictures. She knocks at their door and says, "Is there a play date we weren't invited to?" And the rest is history. Another time, I remember M, this grown a woman, coming up to first grade me and my first grade friend and demanding we stop what we are doing and go with D to the slides. D pipes in, influenced by her mom, saying ball time's over. We were playing tetherball. We politely explained that we were in the middle of a game but D could join if she so pleased. Nope. No, we were being selfish 7-year-olds and it's all we can do to go to the slides with D, who isn't even our friend. I think by the end of this incident, she ran off crying. I hope the daughter is doing better now, I do. Man, that mom was a nightmare. She tried to force people to be her daughter's friend, then just scared them off.